All right, guys, welcome back. First Lady Harmonic here. I'm going to do a quick video. Always want to keep it simple. Always want to be quick on the actual shark harmonic pattern. Let's see. We're gonna go. Let's take a pair GBP NZD. I don't have anything marked up on this chart at all, but I just wanted to go quickly into the harmonic pattern. The shark pattern is an extension pattern, meaning that when price makes a movement like this, it's going to break the A leg if you're looking for a bearish shark pattern. So again, anything that breaks the initial impulse leg, whether it's the X or the A, that is an extension pattern, and that is when you would use your Fibonacci extension tool, or if you have your extensions already plotted out on your regular Fibonacci, you'll be able to see where price ends at. Okay, so just to understand that aspect as well, understand the shark pattern is an extension pattern. So let's get into this. So we have let's do a down move, a quick down move, and then we're going to have a retracement. Then we're going to have a break of the initial XA leg. So you have your X, your A, your B, and your C. And then your D point can be either an 886 or a 113, right? So price is either going to go from 886 here, or it may go a little further up. But let's just do this first before we get into the two actual D points. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your Fibonacci. You're looking at price. Remember how we're looking at the charts. We're looking at the charts in impulse moves. We're not worried about candles right now. We're just looking at the way that price is moving. And let's just look at this chart right here. You're looking at the price just making movements, one down, one up, one down, one up. So this is the manner in which we are looking at price currently, right? And as we see these movements, we take our Fibonacci and we simply are measuring the moves. So we measure from here to here, from here to here, and so forth. Very simple. Keep it very simple. Find the move and measure it. Okay, so now let's get back onto the actual shark. So we're going to take our Fibonacci tool. We're going to go from X to A. Okay, so now we're looking at a 50%. With the shark, the B point can be anywhere from a 382 to a 61.8. Okay, so a 382, it has to be the minimum for any harmonic to be anything near being valid. It has to at least touch the 382. But I have found in my experience with the shark, usually if I have a 50%, that's a good indication for me that I'm looking at either a shark or a bat. Now, this is when you're looking at extension patterns, when you knowing that you're looking at an extension pattern, because it's different from the bat. Now remember, the bat from X to A, they have a B, and then the C point does not break the X leg, the A leg rather. It creates a higher low, and then it moves up. For the shark, it actually breaks the actual A point and usually ends around the 113. The C point can be a 113 through a 1618. So it's a nice range, 113 to 27, the 414 to 618. But what I've noticed personally is that either price for shark is going to hit either the 113 or the 1618. When you get these two other ratios in between, it's most likely probably going to be a different harmonic pattern known as the cipher pattern, which we covered in the previous video. So even though you have pay attention here, even though you have a range of 113 to 1618, and it very well can still be a shark if it hits in between that range. In my experience, usually when I get a 50% B point and then I get my extension breaking the A leg, it usually hits at a 113 or a 1618. So let's just say this actually hit at the 113. Let me go here. I'm gonna put that back right there. right? So we have a 113, and now our D point is going to be an 886, right? So that's what we're looking at right here. We need an actual, again, the Fibonacci uh, correlation. What's the word? I just forgot the word I'm looking for. Confluence, sorry. Fibonacci confluence, which is either going to either give us a Fibonacci cluster or a PRZ zone. And we're always going to do an A, B, back down into A. And we're looking for 1618 or a 224. And I'm going to get into the 224, but you see the 1618 and the 886 is the one, it's what's close to 886, right? So this would be our PRZ zone. And we will be looking for some type of reversal in the zone to take it down. Now, our take profits would be from the A to D. So A to D. Now, Scott Carney, as the inventor of the harmonics, the first take profit would be of 50%. Some people use the 382 and the 61.8 as the take profits, as the normal take profits, as with all the other harmonics. You can use the 382 as well. So if you want, you have technically three of them. You have the 382, you have the 50%, and you also have the 61.8. But according to Scott Carney, the inventor of this harmonic pattern, 50% would be your first take profit level, which is here. And the reason why is because usually a shark pattern is a setup for the 5-0 pattern. So 50%, just want to let you know, 50%, 61.8, and the 382. So you technically have three different take profit areas in which you can take profit. Now let's talk about the 113. So price, the D point can be at 86 or a 113. Let me just get rid of this box here. Take that off. I'm going to take this off. And we're going to go from X to A. And we're looking for 113 here. Okay? So, matter of fact, let me just take this off. You have your 113. Now, 113, of course, as we see, is breaking our X leg. It's an extension pattern as well. So when you see that happen, know that the 886 has invalidated. It has not invalidated the pattern, but you have two deep points in which you can look to make a. You can look to get into a sell on. So you have the 113, and if the 113, your ABA, instead of being a 1618, it may still be a 1618, but most likely the 224 would be your Fibonacci cluster or PRZ zone. So A to B, back down into A. We're looking for a 224. You see what 224 is? Then you see the 1618 is too far down, so the 224 would be the most valid PRZ zone. And wow, look at this. It's actually literally right on the 113. You can't make that stuff up. So here, well, you will be looking for your sell. Now, some people use this this shark pattern here. They don't even look for the 886. They look straight for the 113 because that's most likely where price is going to be heading towards. But it's just something to be aware of in reference to that. So again, your take profit areas would be the A to D. Let me just get rid of these right here because this has changed. So you have your A to your D. And again, you have your 50%. And look what 50% is. And you always want to look at structure in reference to your take profits and your exits and so forth. 50% lands directly on the previous high that was initially broken from this complete impulse leg here. So you have confluence as to a good area for a good take profit area. So you have the 50%, and you also have your 61.8 as well. Again, if you want to use the 382 and make it 3 take profit zones. So again, I'm going to write all this down for you. It'll be in this video. I'm going to put a little chart up as well. Let's back up this everything here. So we have the shark harmonic. Its ratios are X, A leg equals to B, right? The B equals a 382 to a 61.8, right? My experience, if B equals a 50%, start looking for a start. Start looking for a sharp, possible sharp pattern. Start looking for possible sharp pattern or bat. Okay, that's just something, a little tip, right? The C point is the extension. Matter of fact, let me just put this right here. Okay, the C point can be a 113 to a 1618. A little nugget. Usually, with sharks, it's either a 113 or a 1618. Okay. Even though the rules give you the range 113 through a 1618, usually it's a 113 or a 1618. Okay, so when you see the B point at 50, and then you have the break of the XA extension, look for either the 113 or the 1618. Look at price action for that part. Okay, and now your D is 886 or a 113. Okay, your ABA extension will be a 1618 or a 224. Okay, now in reference to the 886, most likely you're looking for a 1618 with the ABA, and with a 113 D point, you're looking for a 224. Okay, your take profit, according to Scott Carney, is an AD. First take profit will be a 50%. You can also use the 382 and the 618. Okay, and that's pretty much it right there. So you have all that down. I usually like to write it out. Once you write things out, somehow it sends a reinforcement to your brain, and this is how you're going to start to remember it. What I did personally, as I was learning it, as it was being said, I wrote it out myself, and then the more you'll be able to see it, it just comes back in mind more quickly. Okay, so let me just go ahead and go and see if I can find a sharp pattern here. And so again, looking at impulses, as you back test, you kind of just go down with the flow, and you want to see where you are. Okay, this could be a sharp right here. Okay, so let's look at this one in particular. Let's take this off. We have an initial down move, right? A retracement, 786. No, this is not a sharp pattern. And this is how you do your back testing. You know, you start measuring out. We're looking for a 382 to a 61.8. We clearly have touched the 786. This is not a sharp pattern. And this is how you start back testing. Once you understand, you start looking at the markets in a particular manner. This is what you do. Okay, so let's see. I'll go back. And the reason why I chose this is because you see this X to A point here. What do I see? I see a break of my A. So I want to measure this leg and then measure this leg. And this is how you are measuring extension patterns. Okay, so let me see. It's too much. Let's go to a 4-hour chart. See if I can find something here. I'm just trying to go through the chart to see if I can find. I haven't looked at this already. I'm looking for breaks. I'm looking for impulse legs and breaks. So I can find something. Let me see. No. Could be. Let's see. Okay, this is an interesting one here. It still meets the criteria. I was looking for something a little bit more in reference to what I was saying. I'm going to find that. Okay, so I have my initial impulse leg, right? I see that the market has come up. It's hit, it come down, it has come up, and it has come down and retraced to 618, right? Now, typical ABCD pattern of the 1-to-1 ratio, we're looking for 1-6-1-8, but we see that price actually stalled out here, the 1-4-1-4, right? And so it's in between the range of the 113 and the 1-6-1-8, so it definitely fits the criteria for a sharp. And now we're looking for a D point of 886. We see what happened. 886 came, and then it continued down, and it continued down to the 113, and then it started to rise back up. So this is my measurement, my X to A. I have a 61.8, 414, and we have a 113. Now let's do my ABA and see where the zone that we're in. A, B, back up into A, to the 224. Okay, so 224 is quite far from my 113, so we can have a 1618 or 224, right? And the 1618 back. Okay, take that off. Okay, so my 1618 and my 113 zone is all within the PRZ zone, and that's exactly what price did. So what I'm looking at here is my sharp pattern, X, A, B, C, D. So now we're trying to see our take profits. What's our take profits hit? And so we know that it's an A to D, right? And look at that. I'm sorry, I did this wrong. A to D, sorry, A to D. Right there. And look at that, prices come up. Let me just move this over just a tad bit. Prices come up, 382 hit, 50% hit, 61.8 hit, 78%. So all three take profits has been hit. So this is a valid sharp. Okay, let's see if I can find another one somewhere. All right, let's try this one right here. Again, we're looking for impulse moves. We're looking for breaks. So what am I looking at? I'm looking here. I see this was a break. This was a break. So I see two different breaks. So, but I'm going to use this leg here. Let me just remove this. And again, all you're doing is you're looking for the impulse legs. You're finding them, and then you're measuring them. Okay? Fibonacci. Let's see. This one here. Okay. This looks good. So I have my X, my A, my B, 61.8, my C, 61.8, my D. Let me just move this over here. My D, where's my D? Wow, okay, so we see the 886, right? We can see it a little bit more clearer. Here's my 88.6 here. You see that? When the price do when it come, it came up and rejected. We do see that it came up higher, but it did come down, and there's a rejection here at 88.6. We want to do the ABA. So XA, B 61.8, back down into A. There's my 61.8 here, so there's my zone. That's my PRZ zone. Okay, everything's looking lined up here. Let's see from A to D. That's A, B, C, C to D actually. C to D. I think I said A to D on the original chart, but C to D. You know, you want to keep your charts actually clean as well. Okay, so there we go. Okay, well look at that. Price has come down and hit the first take profit, 50%. Or you can say the second take profit because the 38.2 has also been hit. So you have your both take profits were hit, right? 50%, and then price continued back up into its original trend. And so here is your chart: XA, B, C, D. Okay? It's real simple. It's all measurements. Once you understand the measurements, once you understand what you're looking for, it'd be very simple and easy to do. And you'll be able to spot them without even using your Fibonacci because of the way that you're looking at the markets. So when other people see all this as confusion, you'll be able to take this chaos and make sense of it all. And then, of course, you're understanding the market structure itself. We spoke about that before. What market structure we're in, and then you'll be able to see what's really going on. It's breaking, retesting, and things of that nature. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me go back over here. I think it was in the weekly I put it. Take profit is from C to D. Sorry about this. One thing about trading view, it's all over the place. Okay, so there you go. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Remember, keep it simple. Look at the charts, understand the ratios, understand the impulse legs, and measure. Measure, measure, measure. Talk to you later.